All right, we're officially recording. So welcome to the Creek, where today Jay and I are gonna take a gander at this year's actually we should say it's last year's Advent Calendar. We're finally getting to, right?
Yeah, it took us a long time.
Yeah.
You
So I haven't opened it up. Have you opened it up yet?
I haven't even looked into it. I've looked at the back and I saw that it's a majority of bourbon this time, but I haven't opened any of it yet.
Your camera's a little bit better than mine, so why don't you open it and show kind of what's inside?
Oh, you want to do an opening, an unboxing?
Yep.
All right. So it comes in a big box, very big box. Should clear all this out. And I know we were supposed to start here. Start with the door. You have yours open, Jer?
Yep, I have it open. So.
Oh yeah, of course I ruined a bunch on the side on mine. Our booklet comes with a Glencairn.
So this year, instead of going online, they have the booklet, which I think is a nice addition to last year. Last year they didn't have this little booklet here, and I like the fact that I don't have to print anything out. Oh, we have a nice
flavor, hotel flavor. Did it come with 2 Glencairns last time?
No, just the one. This one did come with 2. You're right. Oh, nice, very nice. So this is the one from last year. I have it here. It has the F for the Flavair.
All right, now I'm gonna open up the first one. Yeah, this is nice. Nice booklet. Exclusive to the world. Flavor Black. What is this?
So I'm assuming it's going to go in order, 1 to 24. Yep. It's so the first one is Heaven Hill Bottled in Bond.
Is that what's on the? Well, we have a. I don't know what this is. Did you see this? It's some kind of card.
Yeah, it's a little book. It's a welcome card. Oh, it's a little. It's a little. I guess you would call this a VIP card, or.
Yeah, it kind of looks like you're a hotel key.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's the whole theme of it this time is a hotel flavor. So it's scan the QR code, log in and create an account. Click activate to start your 1-year Flavor Black membership. That's nice.
Yeah.
Special discount on all full-size bottles featured in the Advent Calendar.
That is a nice addition that they have 2 glasses. I like that.
The hotel rules. It's a whole rule book, I guess. Yeah, all right. Heaven Hill. You know, I don't remember. I just remember them a lot of them being bourbon. I'm just curious to see. Do you think number 7 will be Jack Daniels?
Maybe.
old number 7, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe. I don't know if it's that well thought out, but I hope it is.
I would have. All right.
Yeah.
Heaven Hill, Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
They are a little bit harder to pull out.
Well, good, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had the last time we did this, one of them was broken.
There was one broken one. Yeah, maybe they upped their game on that, on the protection. So
I know one of mine was broken. I don't know if yours was, but I did have some. All right, so I'm not going to use the new ones because I haven't got a chance to clean them.
Yeah, I just cleaned mine. I have a little bit of water, but that's a good idea. Probably need to wash them. So I'm going to use the old one.
Yeah, I think I have my old flavor in here. I have a couple of different glasses. I have some. What are these called? Caprita whiskey. I also have a Glencairn, and I have this Lafroig.
Nice.
Lafroig one. So
I have some extra Glencairns. My in-laws got me one with my initial on it, last name. And then I also redid these, by the way. My Rapscallion one from back in the early 2000s. Rapscallion was a brewery in Massachusetts. They made artisan beers, and they were actually revolutionary for the time. And I had a bigger one, and it was one of my favorite glasses, and it broke. But I ordered this off of Etsy, and it came, and it was these small ones, and I was like, ah. So what I did was I asked the guy if he would if he had any big ones. He's like, no. So I drop shipped him ones from Amazon, and he tested them out, and so it came out to these big ones. So
Nice. All right. So look, I'm not a whiskey sommelier or anything, but as soon as I smelled it, I don't know about you. It says it on here. I mean, this must be a high rye bourbon because it says rye in here. That's the first thing I got was that cut grass.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, I can definitely smell the rye in this one.
So 50% alcohol. Smells pretty clean though, right?
Well, yeah, definitely a sweeter, not as much the molasses and brown, not the brown sugar. You know, it's definitely sweeter. It's got some bite. Definitely has some alcohol bite into it.
A little bit. I mean, it's relatively smooth for.
No, for me, it's upfront bite.
You're getting some bite. Yeah, I don't get that. I get a little bit on the back of the tongue. It's a little bit hot. Yeah, I'll say it's hot. I don't really get a bite, but I get some of the hot and some of the heat.
And it's definitely a better bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
I would pull that down if I was trying it. I'm gonna.
And so why don't we rank these out of 10? If you would give this, I'd probably give this maybe a 7.
7. Yeah. I'll give it a.
You can do halves, like 6.5 or whatever, you know.
Yeah. I feel like. All right. Yeah. It's a 7.25. 7.2. Let's go 7.2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep pouring it into one of the newer Glencairns, because if we keep drinking the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I only took half.
No. I mean, like even the whole glass.
Oh
yeah. If we go through 10 shots in an hour, it's going to be quite a bit.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how we do. Right. Yeah. So maybe we get halfway done. So I mean, we can take a break in between, or do 2. You know what I mean? Take a little bit of a break.
Well, I also have my my breathalyzer, my portable breathalyzer. I'll be monitoring where I'm at.
Nice. Well, you start slurring, then maybe we ought to back off a little bit. You know, we'll do the slur test. Yeah, or speed up. Yeah. It's yeah. Hey, bartender, bring us a round of beers until somebody passes out. Then bring us another 5 or whatever. All right.
What now? I am not going to be able to pronounce this one.
Bacta. Yeah.
Bacta. Where is this one from? Product of USA. Straight rye whiskey.
Another rye.
This is going to be more rye forward because this is a straight rye. Now this one's saying caramel, custard, melon, spicy, and smoky. Now American smoky is going to be very different compared to peaty. It's not peaty. It's smoky. Very different. Let me get one of my Caprita glasses here.
I still have
oh wow, this one does not smell like a rye at all. Straight rye whiskey. It doesn't.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet. It's mild. It's very it doesn't punch you in the face. I know it says 50% alcohol, but compared to the last one,
I get it. I see. I get a ton of vanilla. They say there's a ton of caramel in there. I can see that, but I get more vanilla.
Hmm.
It's quite a bit of caramel.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah,
right?
I don't get the usual, eucalyptus, cut grass. I don't get that on this one. This one's very.
Yep.
Wow, that one's dangerous. I tell you what, this one goes down like iced tea.
Really, I get a really kind of pasty flavor on that.
I don't get. Yeah, a little bit, It does cling, and it does say here lingering. It
Yeah.
does cling to the back of your tongue. It does, but very easy. It's like I said, this goes down like iced tea.
Yeah.
I would drink this and not even flinch.
Mm.
Compared to the last one, there's no heat, no bite. It's just, yeah. And you're right. It says caramel, but I do get the vanilla up front. Wow. This one's 7.5.
Really?
I have no basis. There's no baseline, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna say 7.5. Definitely better than I definitely like this one better. I bet you this one would make a very interesting old fashioned.
This yeah, I could use it in an old fashioned.
Yeah.
I give it a 5 out of 10.
5, really?
I don't love the flavor. It's very bitter. There's a lot of bitterness on there.
I don't get the bitter. I can see it's very mellow though. It's not a very strong flavored whiskey.
Yeah. Did you
it's a young whiskey.
Yeah, let me see something. Did you cleanse your palate before you took that one?
Yeah, no. No.
See, I'm wondering if
raw dogging them all.
yeah.
I'm just going for it. I don't have any water with me. I should. We should have some water, spend time with each one, but
I got some.
I should.
Yeah, I don't love that at all. I don't love that. I mean, it's a generous 5 out of 10.
No, you know what? This is one that, if I'm drinking, I'm gonna have a few of them. It's gonna be this one.
Really?
It's easy. It's very easy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little too easy. I should turn that off.
All right. Okay.
But no, I really enjoyed that one. I guess this is gonna be a lot. What is this one? Blue Peak. Now, just looking at the bottle, Colorado is another American. I don't know if this is the bourbon, but if you are you looking at the picture of the bottle?
Yep.
That just screams rip off of Blue Label, doesn't it?
Blue Label does, yeah. Yeah. Oh, can't really. There you go. Oh, see the shirt, by the way?
No, it's exactly the same as the shirt I got.
No, but
I mean, like it looks.
Yeah, blue. It has. It actually, the design is it's little golf carts on it. But the players, I went to the TPC at Sawgrass, the Players Championship on Thursday.
Ooh.
So,
yeah. By the way, we did not, talk to each other about clothes ahead of time.
No, we didn't. We didn't coordinate. We didn't coordinate. This one I can't get out. All right. When's the last time you played golf?
It was quite a while ago.
You go to Frog Rock
last year. No, I haven't gone to Frog Rock. I can't wait to go back there though. It is the greatest.
Legendary. So when's the last play? Where's the last place you played?
Was it Herring Glen? No, it wasn't Herring Glen. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it was in near Deptford. I played with Henry.
Oh yeah, you got to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him next once it starts getting warmer out, we're gonna play over at Neshannock.
Okay. Yeah.
This is.
What do you got?
I think my nose is all burnt out because I can't smell anything on this one.
Really? I'm getting a little bit of sweetness, but see, I'm getting. I get the butterscotch that it says here. I don't get.
No, I get sweet. Maybe because I'm looking at it, I get frosting. Maybe because that's what I'm looking at.
Where does it say frosting?
And if people haven't figured it out yet, we're not experienced, so we're gonna say the same things over and over again. Oh, there's a whiskey smelling whiskey.
So where do you get frosting from? You said
I don't know, because it says sweet and it looks like frosting. So it's
those look like sprinkles. Is what it looks like.
Yeah, but to me it looks like frosting because it's white behind it. So yeah.
Yeah, I get kind of a maple syrup almost. Butter. They say butterscotch.
I'm gonna go in. I gotta taste it because I can't hardly smell it. Mediocre.
Yeah, mediocre.
Yeah, front, little more front heat. Very mediocre. I'm gonna say it's young. 43 AB alcohol by volume.
Yeah, it's smoky though. I get a little bit of smoke in there. A little bit of
the toasted in the char.
The toasted oak. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this one though. Definitely not a fan of this one.
More oak notes.
Now, are we supposed to be drinking this much this fast? Is this going to affect us?
No, you got to slow down. You're going in. You're going in for the real thing, real quick.
Yeah, I know. It's like we're on a third one. It's like, yeah, that's how you do it. It's back-to-back whiskeys. No. Don't give it time. Don't cleanse your palate. Just back-to-back.
No. We got to talk about some stories and things. I'll share with you some of the other glasses that I have here. I did get you and Rob a glass with your initials on it.
Thank you.
And the last name. So I don't know if I'll be able to bring it on the trip. I'll see if I can pack it up and put it in my carry-on. But here's the other one that I got. I got a small one and a big one too. Check this out. I don't know if can you see that? Does that even come through?
Is that Doghouse?
Yeah, it does come through reversed, so I have to kind of put it from the backside. Is that what I have to do?
Yeah, I could. It's put it up normal.
Okay.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It looks normal to me. Doghouse. Yeah, Doghouse Brewery.
Yeah, so I got a small one. These are actually good for bourbon. They're pretty decent. A little bit big on the nose, but they're if you want to put a rock in there, a square rock. If you want,
I got rocks glasses for that one. I got my Dallas Cowboys rocks glass.
Yeah, I got it.
And I got an Eagles one too, just because of where I live.
Yeah, you gotta. You can't have it Dallas and Eagles. It would be one thing if you were like, AFC, you were rooting for somebody else. But you can't have the NFC East, the same division, and support both teams. That doesn't happen. You can't.
It does in my house.
Yeah,
my house, my rules.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was and then let's see, what else did I get? I guess that was the last one. The Rapscallion was the other one I was going to share.
Hey, speaking of that, because speaking of different glasses and different drinks, have you seen the Sam Adams American Light that they have out now?
You mean the beer?
Yeah, they have a light beer now.
Well, they've had that out for a long time. That's been out for almost 20 years.
No. This is a new one because they had stopped making the light beer.
Did they really?
Yeah, this is a new one. I
remember it was, I was up in Massachusetts. They piloted it in Massachusetts, so I was one of the first to drink that. Hey, but what was your impression? You came up and you did the speaking of Sam Adams, you did the tour. What were your memories and your impression of doing the tour?
I remember it was around Halloween. I remember the guy was dressed as a deviled egg.
That was hilarious, wasn't it?
He was dressed as a deviled egg, showing us around the Sam Adams Brewery. It was nice.
Yeah.
I do remember going because they take you right down onto the floor and they take you through every single step, and then the tasting room afterwards. It was nice. I mean, it was a long time ago, and it snowed in October, if I remember
right. Yeah, it was cold in the city. I remember because what we did was, if I remember correctly, we went through the Freedom Trail. We walked it, and then we got off the Freedom Trail, and then did the Sam Adams Brewery tour, if I remember correctly. But
Jamaica or something like that.
Jamaica Plains, yeah.
Jamaica
Plains, yeah. So the thing was I don't know if they still because of liability reasons allow you on the floor, but it was a nice tour. The guy was hilarious. But then did I bring you on the harpoon brewery tour too?
No. I didn't get to go on that one. You said it was a waste anyway.
Well, yeah, because you sat in this glass room, right? And, and it was okay. That's where you put the grain in. That's where you boil. That's where the hops go. It's like oh, and that's the chiller, and go buy our stuff. I mean, it was like it literally is terrible.
I guarantee you the Sam after COVID, the Sam Adams one is probably ruined by now.
Yeah. The restrictions, they got to go back to some of these lacks of restrictions of something like a brewery tour. Just let people do it.
Well, they have to go back to everywhere. It needs to revert back to the way it was pre-COVID.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh man, we got all over the place. People are crying the fact that they have to actually go back to work.
Yeah, I mean, you've been living the dream for 4 years. It's time to go back to work.
Not me. I've been going to work today. I didn't miss one day.
No,
I went to work. Anytime I wasn't actually on leave, I was in my job.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really complain about people who want to work from home. I do it. I've been doing it for 20 years, and I've thrived on it. But it's not for everybody, and it's not for every position. There's a lot of these positions that you need to be there. You need to be in person. You need to collaborate with your coworkers. And in a lot of these instances, it's not only just you need to be there. They're paying for these buildings, and they're empty. So.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, I don't think they're getting the productivity that they
agreed
that they would. I mean, how many people found out that they were using mouse wigglers just to claim that they're at work?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's different. I'm a commission person, right? So while I get a little bit of a salary, it's if I don't do my work, I don't perform, I don't eat, and that's a little different than somebody who eats no matter how much work they do.
Did you rate this one?
I'd rate it probably I'd say it's less than the 5 out of 10 this last one. Yeah. I'd say probably I'll call it a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, this one reminds me. Remember the I don't remember the name of it, but the was it Anvil or Blacksmith? What was that one that you gave me?
Oh yeah. Let's not.
It was a very young whiskey. But that's what
it was a local whiskey, and believe me, I talked to the guy. I know the guy. Yeah, I actually work with him, and I kept telling him. I said, "What are you mashing at? Like, what do you?" And he's like, "Oh, we're mashing it at." I can't remember what he was saying. It was, and I was like, it was way out of whack. I was like, yeah, you shouldn't be. I think he was fermenting at like 100 degrees or like 110 degrees. I was like, this you can't. You got to ferment less than that.
I don't get into the nerdy guts of mash bill. I just know that it was a very young tasty.
Yeah. It was. It had one that was okay, but the thing about it was, as far as like my knowledge, it's all beer. But the thing about whiskey is it's beer up until when you do the distillate, right? So
yes, exactly.
So the process is the same. It's basically the same. So
it's fermenting grain.
You should be fermenting at 75. I don't know because you don't want the fusel alcohols. I mean, I know you're going to and somebody can probably say, hey, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But I know in beer you don't want it. In whiskey, I don't know what the dial-in temperature is. Maybe I should chat GPT it. What's the proper temperature to ferment for whiskey? But yeah, I don't know. It was way too high. It was like 90 degrees. I was like, yeah, you should probably dial that back a little bit. So, but all right, what do we got for next one here?
Number 4. After number 5, I'm going to do the breathalyzer, see where I am. Let's see. Product of USA. Shock. I told you, a lot of these are shock.
It's going to talk to you. Yo, shit face, man.
Oh, man. Well, wait till you see the name of this one.
This one is oh, yeah, this is
chicken cock.
I have this. I have chicken cock.
Chicken cock.
This was let's see if I have the bottle down here. Let me go see if I have it. This one was very popular at Halloween.
Don't worry about getting the bottle. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Let's see.
Chicken cock.
Is this the same bottle? Let me see.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it looks very
similar. That's a black label.
Black label, but it's
This is I have the small batch. It was actually fantastic.
All
So
right. Well,
let's see how this one is.
how would they pronounce that in Boston?
Oh, chicken cack.
Clock.
Yeah.
Chicken clock. In Natick.
Yeah, it would be
Another one. It's
go to Packy store and get some smokes. Make sure you don't forget your mama's pocketbook.
45 alcohol by volume. Again, not overwhelming. The first one, I'm telling you, the first one I think was the best by far. I don't know. The first
a lot
two.
of sweetness.
First
a
two.
lot of sweetness and a lot that it says caramel and butterscotch up front. Yeah. And corn. Those three, that's spot on. Caramel, butterscotch, and corn. Yes. Yes, all three.
It smells like bourbon.
Yeah. Smells like alcohol.
Yeah, this one definitely has a stronger alcohol flavor. I mean, look, I like doing this, and but I always find that they don't. You're not getting like you're not going to get like a Freud 10 or
no.
You're not going to get an Eagle Rare in here.
Although this is actually a relatively when I say expensive for bourbon, it's a decent one. At least the small batch was.
Yeah, not bad. It's not bad. Definitely better than the last one. Maybe a solid 6.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. Wait, what did you give that last one?
I was gonna say 4, but I think you're right. I think it's below a 4. I mean, I was gonna say 5, but I think it's below a 5.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.
A 4 something. You know, I don't know, maybe not a 4 something, but maybe not as maybe a 4.2. It was bad. It was really bad. Didn't like it.
Bad. All right.
From Kentucky, it looks like too. Clock, chicken clock. Bad.
It's pretty mild though.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. Like, when I mean not bad, I mean it's not harsh. It goes down very smooth. I mean, it says vanilla. Dry. I don't get the cherry. Woody. The butterscotch can't. Yeah. When are we gonna get into?
I give it a 6.75 out of 10.
I think tomorrow is going to be a range day.
Range day? Yeah.
I go to the range, I think.
Nice.
Pretty soon I'm going to get my CCW, the all important CCW. You're in Florida. You can do whatever you want in Florida.
I have my CCW.
Oh, nice.
However, it's when I got it, literally, I think a month later, they don't require it anymore. But it's always good to have.
What was nice was I was able to get my my permit, my pistol and my purchasing card. When the new ones you get expire. Mine does. I'm grandfathered in, so they don't expire. But yeah, I want to get my CCW. It's a little harder for you. I have to qualify in mine. I don't think you have to qualify where you are.
Yeah, they need to what's the word? Make all the states the same.
Reciprocity. They need to make it. Well, no, they can't make it uniform because it's states' rights. I agree with states' rights, but they shouldn't also infringe. But they're supposed to have a reciprocity where if you have it in one state, you're supposed to have it in all states.
I mean, that's the only way to, I guess, to solve it. The thing is that any law in the books that restricts your gun rights, even background checks. Now, I know that's controversial, but even background checks are unconstitutional. So like like different states that are more restrictive, you have these on the books. It's like, no, we need to make them all even. There shouldn't be. Now, if there's a case for saying, okay, we need background checks. We don't want criminals and such, to own guns and things like that. But
we have background checks in every state.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's fine. But I'm saying even background checks, those laws on the books are unconstitutional, technically. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying that according to the law, according to the Constitution, shall not be infringed means shall not be infringed. There are no laws allowed to restrict you owning a firearm. firearm. But however, I do understand the reason for that. So
Well, the reasons for it, one of them is if you're a felon, if you've forfeited your rights
yes, yep,
at that point. So you have to be able to check for that. That's why they have the background. And
yeah,
it's strange too, because if you do a NICS background check, which everybody has to go through in every state, it takes hours in some states. In New Jersey, it takes days, and I don't understand it.
yeah, yep,
Also, that there was a problem too where they were keeping a log of, because they're not supposed to keep a record of the NICS background checks, because that would constitute a registry. They were finding that they were, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard of rumors that they were, I don't want to say the right thing. I heard rumors that they were keeping records of the background checks. So hopefully that is not true.
yep. You know, it's funny. I had this conversation with you know, one of my friends, and they said they did the clear, right, to get through the airport, right, which is the retinal scan. And I said, I'm not going to do that. And they said, why? And I said, you know, for me, you know, those in charge, government, if you want to say, have been irresponsible with biometrics, and I just don't feel like they're right now going to be responsible with them. Now, the funny thing is that he turned around and he said, you know, I work in the industry, and he says right now my company that he works for, I won't name the company, but they're one of the big credit check companies, but they have a division, and that division actually does predictive analytics to predict, say, for example, what your next buy is going to be. So they have the fashion industry, they have, you know, all types of industries that they sell to. And he said, we know where you are. We know if you're in a store, what aisle you're in, and predict exactly what you're going to buy. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I get that, but this is the only way I can fight back, right? I mean, it's the only way that I can, until they're responsible with the data, this is the only way that I can kind of fight back a little bit. In fact, when you go to the airport and they want to take a picture of you, you can refuse, and I do every time. Probably doesn't do anything because they're taking my my scan of my ID, right? But still, I just exercise that right.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't trust any of them. I really don't. Especially after Doge, I really find them to be very irresponsible. I agree. Oh, and I do plan on making another purchase soon.
Oh, nice.
I've been looking. I did want to look at a staccato, but this is just too much. This is ridiculous. You know, $4,300 for one pistol. A little much. What's that? Which one was that?
Number 5.
Oh, you got a broken one. Uh-oh.
Well, where did it break? That's the thing. It might have just leaked out.
Wah.
At least I have a little bit. I've got a little bit.
Well, this one's going to be very different. It's Japanese.
Okay.
So
another thing.
I got high hopes. Japanese, I got high hopes.
Yeah. So still to this day, is there a better Japanese whiskey than Hibiki? Have you found any?
It's tough. It's tough to say better, because I do like the Yamazaki.
I have not had that.
I really do.
Yep.
It's a little more. Again, it depends on what you want. Hibiki is smoother. Absolutely. It's sweeter. It's smoother. Yamazaki is a little more Scotch.
Yeah.
I definitely want to try Hakushu, which is also a Centauri product.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to have some peat in it, but you know, again, I also like the Nika. Excuse me, the Nika Yoichi.
Is that the coffee one?
No. The coffee is actually there's the coffee grain and coffee malt, and I prefer actually the grain.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a little cheaper, but it's very different. It's closer to an American whiskey.
Mm. All right. Well, I get my little bit.
Yeah. But I really do like the Yoichi. It depends on what you want. If you want something a little peaty, Yoichi is better. Whatever's you're in the mood for. I have some. I have a whole bottle of Beaky still sitting there. Let's see.
This is very
yeah, very different. I don't know.
almost papery. You smell like it's almost like wet paper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now you say it.
You know,
Yeah.
it almost to me smells like an old candy wrapper. Like you pull a candy wrapper off of like a piece of taffy at the shore.
Saltwater taffy.
Yeah, and you get this kind of smell. So there's some sweetness in there, but it's pretty pasty.
Before you start that, I want you to give that name a try.
The name of this thing, yeah.
Yeah. What does that say?
Sex Satoshiki.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with that.
Sex Satoshiki. Yeah, without the stutter.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like the Japanese whiskey I'm used to.
Scared. I think mine is bad. Oh, I think it must have been opened because it was just horrendous. So I can't give it a rating at all.
No, not good.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know what? It tastes like flat beer.
Yeah. I thought maybe mine was just bad because it was oh yeah.
Am I right? Flat beer?
Yeah. I mean, I'd give that a 1 out of 10. Like and that's being generous.
No, definite flat beer. That's terrible. That's terrible. Let me see this. You want to give this thing a try? Let's see where we are. Let's see. I'm gonna give the old blood alcohol. Got to count down. As soon as this count down, I got to blow. Should have had this after the cock.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes in there.
5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Yeah, I can't drive.
No.
0.10.
Good thing you're not driving. So would you give that a 1 out of 10?
Yeah, I'll give it a 0.1.
0.1.
0.10.
0.1 out of 10. Wow. You really went for it.
It's terrible. It was not good. Definitely not good.
Next one is
wow, we're going for the next one already.
well, because I didn't get a chance to drink that one.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
Yeah.
I don't care about you. You can kick off for all I care.
Yeah. Let's just make sure this one isn't all right, this one's full. We're good with that one.
Well, that's a center one.
Number 6.
Product of USA again.
We're number 6. All
What is
right.
this?
Bull's Head Bourbon.
Got chickens and bulls.
I rolled the bull at Chili's.
I did. Did you see those pictures when I went to DC?
No.
Yeah, no. I thought I sent it to you.
No.
I had,
maybe you did.
I wrote a mechanical bull. It's a lot harder than you think. They went easy on me.
Did they? I bet it is. Yeah. I bet it is hard. Yeah.
It's just they have a whole inflatable thing around you.
Yeah. So if you fall off, no pain.
No. But you get on. It's slippery. There's nothing really to hold, and then you fall off within seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
You weren't able to hold on?
No.
No. You got to squeeze. All right, what do we got here? Pretty mild. I don't get the caramel.
No.
I get corn. Corn alcohol with a small amount of sweetness.
I don't know. I think my nose is broken. I don't think 45% ABV. Why is spicy look different on this one? They got Shakespeare on it.
Is Shakespeare spicy?
I don't know, but that's what the other ones had like a chili.
Yeah.
For spicy, and this one has Shakespeare.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. Is that? Yeah. You can see. I don't know. You can see spicy on this one.
Yeah.
Is like a chili pepper, and Bull's Head a dude with a thing around his neck, like Shakespeare. Spirit Lab. Is that what it says? What is
They
that?
should have had the dude with the chicken cock.
Spirits Lab. Oh, yes. Spirits Lab.
That's not bad.
I don't know.
Pretty mild. 45 alcohol. Little bit of sweetness. I could taste a little bit of vanilla. Easy drinking.
Yeah, this one better.
Yeah.
This is closer to the first one.
Yeah. I call that a 6.5 out of 10 for me.
I'm good with that. I concur. Wow. No, I feel like that the beginning of Indiana Jones when Ravenwood is drinking the shots.
Yep.
In that
99,
bar.
100. Right? They're counting off. It was like the 100th shot.
No, they weren't counting off. They just had all the shot glasses in front of them.
Yeah, but I thought they were counting.
Nah, they weren't counting. And the one just takes a shot and just nods off.
See, here's where we need to be able to pull in picture and bring the video up.
Oh, I can do that.
You can bring the video up. I swear they're going 99, and then the whoever it is, the other guy falls over, woman, whoever it is.
Let me see if I can get it. I'm pretty sure I can pull up some. Oh shoot! I need I need a producer.
Yeah.
So I can turn to him. Hey, Stinky, pull up so and so on.
Stinky.
I don't know.
Hey, Smalls, you're killing me. Pull it up.
So it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. Bar, drinking. No, not opening scene. That's. By the way, I was shocked when I found out the guy that played Dr. Octopus was in that opening scene.
Really? Yeah. Octavio?
Dr. Octavius. Here. That's it.
I can't see. All I see is the picture of the.
Oh, I'll get it on there. Hold on.
Okay.
Nope, that's not what I want. Hold on. I don't know. You can't hear it. That's part of the problem. Is that you can't hear it.
The question is the.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Don't they say 99?
No. There's got to be a way for me to get the sound through here too. I'll figure out that for next time. I guess she's about ready to pass out, and she says something in another, whatever language that. I think they're in Tibet or something like that, aren't they? Oh, 98. You're right. I heard him saying 98.
Yeah.
Although I highly doubt she did 98
shots. Yeah.
Of anything.
No. Nope.
Look, it's Pat. I still don't know if that's a guy or not.
I can't tell either.
I was never sure. Yeah, here we go. Boom. Down he goes. Or she.
Yeah, you gotta get that sound. You gotta get that sound taken care of.
Yeah, I'll get it. Yeah.
And now she's walking around like she's. I'd be swaying and falling over.
Oh no, I'd be looking for a bed.
And you'd be sleeping on a cinder block.
Oh yeah. That was not a good night. It was not a good night for anybody.
Hey, listen, a cinder block makes a good pillow. It really does.
Yeah, sure.
So what do you have behind you there?
That? Oh well, I got
Obviously, yeah. I can only see we can only see half of it.
The speechless lithograph from when Mel Blanc passed away. One of the best voice actors of all time.
Yep.
And on the other side is um, number 2 of 100 limited print of Batman from an artist I enjoy that I got it from It was Comic Con 2013.
Wow. Two out of
Yeah.
two out of how much? 100?
Yeah. It was a guy. I got a lot of his work hanging around. I got some original that I commissioned. I like the guy. And he was selling it. He did 100 of these limited Comic Con ones, and I was the only person that paid in advance, so he made sure he put aside number 2 for me. He kept number 1, and I have number 2.
Nice.
And I got it signed by the artist. It was nice guy, very nice guy. I miss going to Comic Con. I'm getting too old for that. COVID kind of ruined everything too.
Yeah. Why it still hasn't come back?
I don't know. I haven't gone. I can't remember the last time I went, but I want to say like 2018 maybe it was the last time I was at Comic-Con. But it's I don't think it's the same as what it used to be.
Why not?
I think a lot of it's more of a sales pitch nowadays than what it was. You know, I was able to go see all the vendors. You know, there were a lot of the artists I was able to see. You know, I was able to meet Chris Claremont, Eric Larson. I think it's Eric Larson. And
Are these comic book animators?
Art. Some are artists, some are writers. Like Chris Claremont was one of the writers. He's the one that wrote the X-Men, you know, in the late 80s, early 90s. Very influential. I was able to meet Jim Lee, again, fantastic artist, and Todd McFarlane was another one I was able to meet. You know, and you know, I got Spawn signed for that one. Of course, you know, Spawn 1. Everybody wanted to get that one, or Spider-Man #1. You know, is ones he's really known for. Or yeah, I could have gotten the Wolverine Hulk 1 signed, and that's where I got the Lord of the Rings signed by Sean Astin.
The DVD collection.
Yeah, the Blu-ray. Yeah, the Blu-ray. I had a choice when I was there. There was 2 people there. I can get one or the other. Couldn't get them both. But they were there at the same time. One was Sean Astin, and the other one was Christopher Lloyd. It was a tough call.
Well, you know, you got Christopher Lloyd for Back to the Future. Did you have the Back to the Future DVD?
No, I didn't. I could look. I'm at Comic-Con. I could have easily bought a copy of Back to the Future. But if I'm getting Christopher Lloyd, though, I'm not going Back to the Future. I'm getting a Taxi. I'm going to get a box set of Taxi signed.
Yeah. Did they have them there that you could buy?
I don't know. I really don't remember. But if I had planned ahead and had Christopher Lloyd, it would have been Taxi for me.
Yeah,
Taxi.
It's funny
Cuckoo's Nest.
Which one?
Cuckoo's Nest. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
No. Yeah. So you went Sean Astin, Goonies, and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get Goonies. I got, you know, just.
Well, I'm just saying he's Goonies and Lord of the Rings. You know.
But yeah, that's again, tough call. I was there. I didn't get it signed. I probably should have paid in advance. I didn't know he was going to be there. Foolish me. It was my first Comic-Con. Mark Hamill was at one. All my friends got to go and get pictures and stuff signed, and but and then there was I think her name is Elijah Dushku. Is that her name? One was on Buffy.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And she was married to, I think it was a basketball player at the time. Some guy, was it Rick Fox?
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
I think his name was Rick Fox.
He played for the Celtics.
Yeah. And it was funny, you know, because nobody there was into sports at Comic-Con. So, especially back then. And they were announcing teams. And people for, like, I think it was Magic the Gathering. There were teams being announced. And there was one team that said, the next team up is, and they were making names for the teams on the spot. So it was, the next team is, who the hell is Rick Fox?
Yeah.
Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah. What year was this?
That was probably 2015.
That was your first Comic-Con?
I
Was
think it
15?
was. I think that's what it
Really?
was.
Okay.
Maybe it was before that. No, it
I
had to
thought,
be before that.
I thought you had gone to Comic-Con way before.
I
In the
think it
two,
was. I think it
in
was.
in the middle of the 2000s.
Maybe it was. I have to go look. I don't remember, but I remember. I remember that was the first one I was at. No, it had to be. You know why? Because they had a preview of Star Wars Old Republic,
Is that
which I
right?
think came out in 2011. So this may have been 2009.
Okay. The Old Republic, the game, the video game.
Yeah, the MMORPG,
Yeah.
the one after Galaxies.
Yeah. Galaxy is still the best.
I
Still by far the best.
couldn't get into it. I just
Oh
couldn't.
man, it was yeah. I mean, I get it. But it was great. I actually got so good at it that I created fish tanks out of the things that you could craft, and
Mhm.
people would come in and spend millions of credits to just buy all the ingredients for the fish tanks. It was crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. It was I liked it, but I didn't love it. I liked Old Republic. Old Republic was closer to World of Warcraft. The other one, Galaxies, was closer to EverQuest. Definitely closer to EverQuest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, MMORPGs have kind of really fallen out of favor. I mean,
Nobody's playing them now. No.
no, no. I mean, you have to have a lot of time to put in, and you have to have communities, and it can't be a single player game, which is part of the problem. You know,
Right.
they want everything instant, fast, move on, let's go. That's not what the game, that's not where they thrive. They thrive on slow building, grinding, moving
Yeah.
up, creating community, creating, relationships. And we don't have that. We just don't have that in the world.
Perfect for Gen X and older millennials.
Yes.
Not good for younger millennials and Gen Z.
No. You can't have a short attention span when it comes to these games.
No. Yeah.
And I just don't have the time anymore. I really don't.
Yeah. No, I mean, believe me, my video game has really dropped off. Being able to play anything, even soccer. Although I played last year, I played quite a bit because I like the engine in FC24. FC25 was horrendous. I didn't like it at all. And so it's amazing how I bet you their revenues are down because of it. Has to be. I can't be the only one.
Yeah, I got to admit, there's nothing new that's out that interests me anymore. I mean, I still play Overwatch once in a blue moon. It's fun, get in, get out, whatever, But believe it or not, I'm still waiting. I bought. I should probably bring it up. I can get it. Let's see if I can bring this thing up. It's called Analog 64, I think it is. We're getting really off on a tangent.
That's all right. We need to the blood alcohol level, the BAL. We need to bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring
and while we wait, maybe I'll have some of this chicken cock.
Oh, it's shit.
I just want to see what it tastes like compared.
I am gonna have to bring that down to the campground.
What, the chicken cock?
Oh yeah. Oh, I absolutely. All right. So this is what I'm waiting for this to be. Let me see. I can't really.
Oh, by the way, I think we will probably do a 2-week trip with the girls.
Okay.
I probably have to work some of those days. I just poured myself a lot more than I can't believe I just did that. I poured myself this much. I just wanted a little taste.
Let me see if I can get this. I wish I had a reverse picture-in-picture on this one.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's just going to be Brookie or me, or Brookie, Avery, and me. I think I don't know. If we come down with the two girls, I think they might get bored.
Well, this is what I ordered. It's the Analog 64.
Yep.
It's basically an N64, but it's not an emulation machine. It's what they call FPGA, which is a recreation of the actual chipset. I believe that's what it is. And it comes with a lot of bonus features. It's upscale to 4K resolution. and it'll play 100% of N64 games.
So you actually have to have the games then.
Yes, yeah, no, it's not an emulator. It's not all in one system. I mean, I'm sure if you got like an EverDrive, you could do something like that. But this is a recreation of the Nintendo 64, and waiting for this to come up. Like I said, this interests me more than any of the new games that are coming out.
Yeah, I have. I will look to see if I have any N64 games. Probably should send them down to you. Send them up to you, I should say.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have. You know, it'll use the old controllers. I'd like to get one of the Super NTs, it's called, or the Mega NT, which is the Super Nintendo and the Genesis versions. But you know, they don't make new ones anymore, and you have to buy them on eBay, and they're a little pricey at this point.
So, by the way, I hooked up the Sega CD player.
Yeah,
the CD player broke,
I don't doubt it.
so I would have to replace it if I wanted to play Sewer Shark or any of those games.
Again, you know, I
Night Trap.
Yeah, I think if I was going to play any of those old games, I'd probably break out the 3DO and just get it on those.
Yeah,
There's nothing really on the Sega CD that's that pressing.
you still have your 3DO?
Yeah, yeah, it's around somewhere. I think Rob has it
I
somewhere.
mean, what games were good besides Return Fire?
Oh, Return Fire, Road Rash. They had the best version of Road Rash. It had Star Control. Had the best version of Street Fight, Super Street Fighter 2, which is irrelevant because I have the One Up Arcade now. Samurai Showdown was a good version of Samurai Showdown. There was some good games. Cannon Fodder was good on it.
Yeah,
there was a lot of good games on it.
Cannon Fodder. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it says it's supposed to ship soon. They're sold out. They're completely sold out of the
pre-orders. You bought it pre-sale then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they sold out even like within days. They sold out.
Do you know where your games are?
I have a few, but
Okay.
I'm sure I'll probably get GoldenEye, Super Mario 64.
Yeah, you should buy them. You should buy them now before they ship, because then all of a sudden there's going to be a mad dash for all these.
There's so many of those out of there, and I'll probably get Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that's a great one. I love that one. That was with the ocarina is the flute, right?
Yeah. Well, It's not a flute; it's an ocarina. That's
the flute-like device.
Yeah.
The whistle. What is it? The air, whatever.
Woodwind.
Woodwind. Yeah.
But yeah. There are some games that I'm definitely gonna have to pick up. If I can get Clay Fighter 64. Conker's Bad Fur Day, I'm never gonna be able to get. It's so rare.
What is it?
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, don't know that game.
Yeah, it's a very, very rare game, but again, I'm looking forward to it. It'd be nice to get.
Nice. All right, I think we can jump into number 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we might get to 12. I think that's a good stop, and then we can do.
That's a really good stop, I think.
And then we could do the other 12 another day.
Let's see. What do we got? Old number 7. Product of USA. Please tell me it's Jack Daniels.
Nope.
Jaywalk Rye.
Jaywalk Rye.
They failed me.
For the last time.
Yeah. That's another thing. Nobody really gets my movie references anymore.
No,
not at all. I mean, I know I'm getting old, and a lot of people don't know the older movies that I do, but
that's why you got to move down here, so you're closer to me.
Yeah.
All in due time.
I mean,
I like this.
Yeah, I do. This is the best nose I've had so far out of all of them.
Smell alcohol.
Every time. Every time.
I don't smell custard.
Look,
You smell orange? I don't get the orange. I mean, I get a little bit of corn. I don't get a lot of sweetness. They have caramel and they've got vanilla here.
no.
I get a small amount, like
I get the
very,
orange.
very subtle.
I get the orange. I get the rye.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're saying grape from.
Yeah, yeah.
It smells good.
Yeah, yeah.
That,
Good
that,
nose.
that could be deceiving though.
Yeah, no, very true. So good nose. Let's see. All right, down the hatch. Going in for the real thing. Oh, that's good. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Little kind of at the end. It
I can
like
taste the orange.
I was just gonna say, kind of like an orangey flavor at the end, right? Yep,
Yes.
agreed. Yep. So up front, great rye and great bourbon flavor, but
I wonder if I get the QR code, what's going to happen? And take me right to that bottle. What happens? What happens when I go to the QR code from the thing? Nothing.
no.
I got nothing. It says QR stud IQ.
If you want the full bottle, scan for a limited time offer. Probably because that was probably back in December.
That's a good point. Here we go. Wait a minute. Hold on. My internet could have just failed me.
Maybe.
No. Jaywalk Rye. I'd like to find out how much that is. I'd never heard of it. Never heard of it. I don't know if I'm going to make 12. That's a tall order.
There's only 5 more.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll shoot for 10. We'll see what happens.
We should do 8. This way it's 8, 8, and 8. You know what I mean? You can do 3 of them.
I do like that. Yeah, I'm only doing half pours, right?
Well,
Basically.
your half pour. You mean half of this, not a half pour. Because I think this is 2 pours in here.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me see. Halfway to the bulge. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, that is 2 pours in there.
You have some liquid IV at home?
No, I've heard of it. Never had it.
We probably have. I looked in my cabinet and we probably have, I don't know, 100 liquid IVs, and I'm like, are we alcoholics? Like, no, we honestly, I actually don't drink that much, but I actually like to drink it when I'm dehydrated. It kind of hydrates you. What do you give this for? I give this probably, just because of the lingering orange, I give it probably 7, 7.25. I give it 7.25.
Yeah, that's what I said. 7.2, 7.25.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give it 7.62.
We're on the same page there.
I give it a 7.62.
Went out lifting today, Jay. I'm huge, getting huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have an Armani suit that I don't fit into. So you want it?
I did see an interview with him today.
Did you?
I can't remember what it was. It was about his first time getting the role of Banyan, because it was something where he was getting roles in other places, but he wanted to be on Seinfeld, and he kept getting turned down every time he went into to do a audition. So he went in to do the audition for Banyan, and he was saying how the direction, all it said was annoying. That's all it was annoying.
Yeah.
So everybody was going in and talking to Jerry, and was and they were playing it as angry. Annoying to them was angry. It was like, you owe me that suit, and so he thought to himself, the actor, I can't remember the poor guy's name, but I just know him as Banyan.
Banyan.
Yeah, he's Banyan. He's Eddie Banyan. That's all I know him as. He was saying how, he went in, he said, that's not funny. It just doesn't sound funny. Angry isn't funny.
No.
So, I mean, I'm sure it can be funny in some, but this time it doesn't. So he went and said, I'll just play it up like I really like Jerry. It was just, hey, Jerry, I got a new suit for you. It was very, and that's how he got the character of Banyan. And it just stuck, and every time he was, it's cold, Jerry, it's cold.
Cold, yeah. Yeah, the only angry that gets to be funny is when George gets mad. Yeah. George is getting mad. George is getting angry.
George is getting angry. Yeah, George is angry. I always said, for me, George was the best one on the show. He was my favorite.
Yeah,
I laughed most with George. Yeah. Jerry was just there just because he's the focal point, and he's the audience. It's everything happens to Jerry. He's himself is not the funny one on the show.
No, he's more of the MC, like just kind of dictate. Just everything happens around him.
Yeah, that's why I said he's the straight man of the show.
Yeah,
and I have trouble. I have troubles watching it now. Watching him, because you'll see him in a scene as it's going on. He's smiling and he's holding back laughing so many times, and you could see it. I guess they just went with it, but it makes me laugh watching him not be able to control himself.
It is funny to see him say some of the lines with a smile on his face, right? Like kind of like, like you kept what is it like? You kept making all this bell. You kept making all the stops.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, it's classic.
Exactly, and he's laughing while he's doing it. So all right, so as far as okay, so let's go back. I need to go back and
we're drinking.
What's that?
We're drinking.
yeah, but hold on before we go on to the next one. So out of the so I need to go back and watch, because there's a ton of episodes I haven't seen. I would say I probably haven't seen about 30% of the episodes.
Really?
Like I still haven't seen the backwards episode.
Oh, it's one of the best.
I know. That's what I hear. That's what I hear, Jay. That's what I hear, So but with that in mind, what do you think are your top, let's say, what are your top 3 episodes off the top of your head?
Ass Man, number 1.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Best episode, my favorite, all-time favorite, Ass Man. Piggy Toe episode is good. I don't know if it's one of my favorites, but it's up there. Like I said, I would have to really go through, because there's so many episodes. Yeah. I like the AIDS Walk is a good one. The Soup Nazi's a good one. George's Password is a good one.
Which one?
George's Password.
I probably haven't seen that. That's one I probably haven't seen.
That's the one. Bosco.
Oh yeah. Bosco, yeah.
That one is good. Hello is a good episode. The one with the Armani suit is a good one.
That's a good one. What about with the baby, Breathtaking?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Breathtaking. That's the one with the lobster.
Yeah.
It's a very good episode.
Shrinkage, right? That's the one with Shrinkage.
Shrinkage episode. Same one. I also like the one where they got lost in the parking garage. This is a good one.
Yeah. That was an interesting one because it just was different, Yeah,
lost in the parking garage. And it's funny too, because as I'm talking to it, I'm going to not realize that I mentioned the same episode, because there's so much happens in each episode.
Each episode that you're like, yep.
I'm not going to realize that, all right, I've mentioned this one, but this is also the same episode. Because I don't know what else is going on, but the one where I can't remember the guy's name, the Farkman, the oversized chest of drawers with the oranges, and Jerry's signing all the checks.
No, I remember. Yeah.
He has to get the Asian businessman out of the chest of drawers, so he uses an axe.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, or like when Kramer was making food in his shower with the garbage disposal in the
Oh,
shower.
garbage disposal in the shower is another good one. Or when Jerry had to buy a new Saab.
Oh, that one I haven't
Getting
seen.
the inside deal.
No, that one I haven't seen.
That's a good one. Or the one where of course the one everybody says is the best, which I don't agree with. It's a good episode, but I don't think it's one of the best. Is the wager?
Yeah. I mean, it's iconic. It's iconic. You know, I'm out. Yeah, Kramer's out right away. I mean, it's like, yeah, I get it, but I agree that that's not the top. I wouldn't even call that top 5.
No, everybody thinks it's the best, but I don't agree. I don't. It's not one of my top 5.
It's only because it's pop culture and referenced so much.
Well, Soup Nazi is the biggest one if you're talking about pop culture.
Yeah, agreed.
By far. And they don't play it anymore, but the Puerto Rican Day Parade one is it's a good one.
That one I haven't seen.
Yeah. Well, it's tough to say. You have to go buy the box set because you'll never see it on TV again.
Yeah.
It's offensive, you know.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. All right, so we have number 8. So this will be the final one for tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
You know, I want to be coherent. I want to be able to go shoot straight tomorrow. American metal.
All right.
Which I don't know. When I see American metal, I'm thinking to myself, is this heavy metal?
Yeah. Speaking of that, I think that's probably we should do some discussions on music, probably. So music, movies, things like that. I think we can probably do something like that.
We could do some pop culture. I have no problem with especially music. Again, you know, if we're talking about music, though, I'm going to be talking about the music that I enjoy. You know, if we're talking music, I'd like to have Thomas and Johnny here.
I can probably be more of the MC and asking the questions as if like I don't know why you like certain things.
What do you mean, as if?
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I might know some, right? I might know about 20%, but yeah, certainly there's a lot. What would be the music that you would focus on?
I don't know. It depends, you know, because again, my music taste stops mid 2000. You know, so I'm a little limited to more modern music. Doesn't really thrill me as much, you know. But it depends. You know, I'll go all the way back as far. You know, I'll do 70s, 60s. You know, if we're doing that, we're doing classic rock. You know, I'll do 80s. I'll do 80s metal, hair metal, synth pop.
Yeah.
No, I'll go into the
what's synth pop?
Synth pop. You know, like New Order, Depeche Mode. I mean, I'm not huge into that, but I can talk about it.
You're talking about like Tears for Fears too? Like, is that
Tears for Fears? Echo and the Bunnymen.
Yep.
You know, again, it's more the Joy Division.
Yeah, I can probably hang with you in probably doo-wop. I can hang with you in some of the 60s. When I say hang, with knowing the music, where I can do some 70s. I can't do disco. I can do 80s definitely. I can do more 90s than our other brother can do. Right?
No. Like I said, you know, once Rob would be very, very narrow-minded with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. But I'm saying, as far as we get into 90s, this is where you and I kind of divert, right? Is you started listening to a lot of like Dropkick Murphy, right, and some of these other ones that were
Dropkick Murphy's more in the 2000s. It was more in the 90s. I did listen to like in the beginning of the 90s. I did, you know, fall into the grunge, which, you know, once Nirvana came out, changed, and I fell into the New York hardcore scene. You know, Life of Agony, Biohazard.
Yeah, that's where we divert, right? Because like,
But I also knew a lot of the popular stuff at the time too, which was at the time, the early 90s was all grunge.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
91 to 95 was
yeah.
92 to 95 was all,
Okay.
Stone Temple Pilots.
I think you're right. 91. I think you would say 91. Yeah, right. Stone Temple Pilots, Live, a number of those.
Pearl
Yeah,
Jam.
Soundgarden. Yeah. In fact, it's funny. I watched a reaction to Black Hole Sun,
Mhm.
and the lead singer is
Chris
uh,
Cornell.
Chris Cornell. Would you say Chris Cornell's top 5 in terms of 90s singers?
90s singers. I would probably put him on there. For me, it's Lane Stanley. And it's weird because I like Lane. It's not just Lane Stanley. It's Lane Stanley and Jerry Cantrell because their harmonies is what made Alice in Chains.
Right.
And that's
right.
that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Chris Cornell is up there though. I would definitely put him up there.
Would Linkin Park?
That's more 2000s. That's more
2000s. You think so?
I
Yeah.
remember if they were in 99 or
90. I thought I guess I put like.
I don't consider that 90s. Though. I don't consider
90s. Okay, gotcha.
Same thing with Evanescence. If I'm talking 2000s? About it, 2000s.
Yeah.
I can't remember when they first. My memory's a little foggy, so I just know that they're in the later part of that where I liked that music, and I think it was out in the 2000s. I don't think that was 90s though. But 90s singers, again, you can't really go by me. I liked Burton C. Bell from Fear Factory, and again, he's not everybody's taste. I understand that. I liked Keith Caputo.
Keith Caputo, what was he from?
Life of Agony.
Life of Agony. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was a strange one. I mean, he was Keith Caputo, then he was Mina Caputo, and now he's Keith Caputo again. He was transitioned, detransitioned. Yeah, I know. So whatever, it's I'm past going to the shows anymore. So I just like the first album. I loved it. One of my favorite. That's absolutely their first album is in my top 5 favorite albums of all time. And again, you would have to consider Metallica part of the 90s. They're as much as I love and I prefer the stuff from the 80s, their best selling stuff is from the 90s.
So they straddled, you would say, late 80s, their best music, to early 90s, right?
No, their best stuff is early 80s. 83 to 85 is their best stuff, or 87.
Well, that's Fade to Black, right?
Yeah. I think Fade to Black was 84 maybe.
Okay.
84,
so when was what was it? One? Was it one?
That was 88, I believe.
Okay. So what were their songs in the 90s that were good?
92 was Enter Sandman was the Black Album.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yep. Yeah. See, that was right when I was transitioning high school, college.
Be careful with that word.
Yes, but that was when I was transitioning high school to college. So, I wasn't really into music before.
I'm gonna take a sample of that. I was transitioning. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely take a sample of that one.
From high school to college, it was and then I had a roommate who was into a lot more 90s alternative, so I got into a lot of that, and got a lot more exposure to that. But then then in the 2000s, didn't you more evolve towards like slash metal and kind of more like
what
kind
is
of
slash metal? I don't even heard of it.
Well, slash metal is more of like some of the bands, like I would say like Korn.
That's new metal. That's new metal.
New metal. Okay. I think I could be calling it something wrong here, but slash metal is, I think, new metal. I think that they're in
new metal. You're thinking new metal. New metal is like Korn, Limp Bizkit, Deftones, System of a Down. That's considered new metal.
Yeah, those are all the ones, and that's when we start diverging. Is when you start.
I wasn't getting into that. I wasn't.
You didn't get into that. Yeah.
I think some of it got a bad rap, but I didn't think it was all that great. I did like Slipknot. Some people consider Slipknot new metal. I don't.
Slipknot,
I don't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't consider that new metal, but it's. I don't know. I'm too old to know all the new terms and the new categories of. It's too much already.
What about what's the group that just redid? I wouldn't say just did, but Sound of Silence. Disturbed.
Metal. Yeah, Disturbed. I think that's new metal. That's
That's
they
new metal
just
too?
did it. They just did it like 20 years ago.
Really? You think it's 20 years ago? Really?
I
It
don't
came
know.
out?
It was a long time ago, though. It was
Really?
definitely.
I want to say it was like, well, I mean, maybe they redid it back then, but it didn't come
Hold on a
mainstream
second,
until probably about 3 years ago.
Hold on 1 second. I got to hold on.
You got to pull it up. I want to say, can't hear you. You're off.
Yeah, I know. It's asking Alexa.
Oh, okay.
Oh, of course. Hold on a second. Let's see. Try it again. Nope. Alexa's failing me. I can look it up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Well,
Yeah.
my Alexa went off because you said Alexa.
Oh, that's why you got to get headphones.
Yeah, no, very true. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna order 1,000 paper towels delivered to my house.
Yeah. Let's see. When was this released? Is it gonna tell me?
I would say it was like 2020 or 2021.
2015.
Really? That's when they actually released it? Well, didn't come mainstream probably until a few years ago.
No, I'm sure that went mainstream when it first came out.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think they were recently on one of the late night talk shows. And that was the one that went viral. I'd be interested to see what that. Look that up. Look up when
that went viral right away.
Yeah. But what year was that?
2015.
That was 2015?
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole nother thing. I love cover songs. I love cover songs that are good. And again, I'm not and people made a big deal about that one, and everybody makes a big deal about the Nine Inch Nails Hurt cover.
Yep, Johnny Cash.
Yeah, everybody loves the Johnny Cash.
Well, even Trent Reznor said, he did it. He took my song and made it better.
I understand that, but it is an opinion. I prefer the Trent Reznor one.
Both good. I think they're just both good. That's what
I'm not saying it's a bad version. I just prefer the Nine Inch Nails one. Same thing with what's the one by Gary Jules, the Tears for Fears.
Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
No. I don't know if there's a cover of that one.
Oh.
Mad World.
I probably don't know that song.
Yeah, you absolutely know that one.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's funny. The Tears for Fear song. I sometimes I know it and sometimes I don't.
And the Tears for Fear one is creepier, I should say. The Gary Jules ones is sadder, and if you listen to it, you would understand it. It's everybody knows the Gary Jules one, but I prefer the Tears for Fears. But there are covers that I do prefer over the original. There's a Ministry spin-off band called 1000 Homo DJs, and they did a cover of Black Sabbath's Supernaut, which I prefer over the original, which is some people would say blasphemy, preferring anything from Black Sabbath by somebody else. Typo Negative's version of Summer Breeze from Steels and Croft, I prefer that. All Along the Watchtower, of course, definitely Jimi Hendrix, absolutely.
Yeah, not a lot of people know that's a cover.
There's been enough videos out nowadays where everybody knows it's a cover now.
Yeah. All right, let me listen to this. I don't know if you can hear this, but let's see. Can you hear it in the background?
No, I can't hear it at all. What happened to your microphone too? Didn't you have like a really good microphone?
Oh yeah, I know this song. What'd you say? What happened to my microphone?
Yeah, you used to have like
I do. I didn't set it up. I probably should just set it up. Yeah. Like is my voice not good?
No, it's not that it's not good. I just know it could be better.
Yeah. All right. I just didn't even think about it. I have it right here. Actually sitting right here over here. I didn't even think about putting it. Yeah, I do like I know what you're talking about. A great song. Who redid it?
Gary Jules.
Yeah, I remember that song. Yeah, that I do like that version better because the Tears for Fears one is a little bit funny. It had that 80s kind of synthetic, you know what I'm talking about? That synthetic drum, you know? Whereas, and I don't think the Gary Jules version has that. Yeah, and you know what? It's funny because wasn't this the there was a video game that this was the theme song to. Do you remember?
It may have been Gears of War.
Gears of War. Yes. Yes.
Why do I know that? I'm not even a Gears of War fan.
Yeah. Great version of
No, that may have been Sound of Silence, not
Gears of War. Really? I swear that it was Gears of War
it
for this.
was. No, I think you're right. I think it is. Yeah, it is. It is. Right.
Yeah. Great version.
I really wish that I got to figure out this soundboard, figure out how you can hear everything. I got to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I should be able to do it on my side too as well. I ought to figure that out too. So, all right, number 8.
Oof.
Here we are, number 8.
Did we do number 8? We did do number 8, didn't we?
We did not. We poured it,
Oh,
but we actually didn't.
I may have drank it.
I may have too. I did the same exact thing.
I'm just talking and drinking.
I like the smell. A little more subdued. I don't get as much
not bad.
sweetness.
Not bad.
Not bad. I mean, like a 6.5 out of 10, right? A little bit of bitterness on the back of the tongue, right?
I think the best one so far. We got to have to say maybe the Jaywalk.
The number 7.
Yeah, the number 7 is probably the best so far.
Number 7 and Chicken Cock was decent, and the first one, the Heaven Hill bottled.
Yeah, and I liked number 2, but you didn't.
I did not like number 2 at all. No, that was one that.
Yeah, I liked it. So let me get a sip of everything. A little
all in one.
Yeah, I got a little all in one here.
Jeez.
I'm not drinking all of this.
So
this will put me under.
No, well, that's a little bit past the bulge.
You know, it's funny. I love it when people say, "Oh, this got 6 alcohol. It's got 7 alcohol. This will put you under." I'm like, you morons. You know, it's alcohol by volume. You know, if you add a 40% and a 40%, it doesn't make it an 80%. Yeah, Long Island iced tea has all these different alcohols in it. That's great.
It's by volume, right?
Yeah, it's by volume. But they all say it too. If you ever listen to them, you don't understand. It's got this.
Well, what they're saying is that it's the thing about Long Island iced tea is it is layered. I can't do number 5. That's the only one. It's layered in almost everything is alcohol. So, like, in other words, if you take and you do, let's just say you do a Sex on the Beach, right?
I got news for you. It's not any more than other drinks, because you have to realize that you're putting an ounce of this and an ounce of that in most drinks. So it's an ounce of vodka or an ounce, and the amount of alcohol drinks in a Long Island iced tea is half ounce, and you're also putting it in a bigger glass, and you're topping it off with soda.
Yeah, most people aren't talking about when somebody, well, at least I'm not, when somebody at a bartender, responsible bartender, because you're essentially supposed to only have a certain amount of alcohol per drink. Where this is somebody who's probably making it at home and probably putting in a little bit more and things like that. Yeah.
A Long Island iced tea doesn't have that much more. It's not like it's gonna mess you up more than if you had a vodka cranberry. It's really not. And no, most people are dumb.
Slightly.
I'm gonna say it out there.
I'm gonna guarantee you that a Long Island iced tea has slightly more alcohol by volume than a vodka cranberry. Let's say a vodka cranberry has what is vodka 120 proof, 110 proof. What is it usually like? 60% alcohol.
It's vodka is usually 80 proof. It's usually 40%.
40% alcohol, right? So you do what you make a vodka cranberry? What is it? Is 1 ounce of vodka and what is it?
It's vodka cranberry. It's an ounce of vodka and an ounce of, and you just pour the rest of.
Well, so it's 1-to-1, right? So that
Well, you have to remember it's a different glass. It's a different glass you're pouring it in.
well, because I think you got ice, right? So that dilutes it a little bit. But let's just say you didn't dilute it, right? It didn't dilute.
But when you're making a Long Island iced tea, it's in a bigger glass, and you're having half ounces of
Of each one of the alcohols. Yeah.
but it's everything in your speed rack, which is was it vodka, triple sec, tequila, rum. Wait, what I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Gin, and it's a half ounce of each one, and it's in a bigger glass, and you put a sour mix and Coke.
Yeah, I'd be interested. You know what? I'll ask ChatGPT and then I'll let you know next time we go.
But when you go to bars, they try to measure like each drink has the same
amount. Yeah. Well, because they're responsible, they have to be responsible per drink. So
Have you been? You gonna try the mix of everything? All 8?
That's what this is. Yeah, right here. Yep.
Ooh, that's not bad.
It isn't bad. I didn't get number 5 in there, so because my number 5 is gone. Okay, so
you're probably lucky you didn't have number 5 because it was not good.
No. All right, so last topic before we sign off. So I have found out that I think between I think it's the last week, if I'm not mistaken, the last week in March here, or the first week in April, they are re-releasing Revenge of the Sith in the theaters. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I'm not. I've heard of it. Not interested at all. Not. It's an okay film, probably the best of the trilogy, but it's like putting whipped cream on dog shit.
Really? I mean, I happen to think to me, I know I divert from both you and Rob. That's my favorite of all of the episodes. But I'm also a really huge Anakin Skywalker fan. So
for me, it's Empire Strikes Back by far.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people say, and it's quite cliche to say it.
No, I don't care. It's such a good movie. It's so good.
Yeah, to me, Revenge of the Sith was the one that I loved it. Now, I didn't love all of the animation and the different things that, the CGI that they did. I would like to have seen that with CGI now, right? And what it would look like. But anyway, so my question is what are any new recent movies that you are either looking forward to see, or have watched, or TV shows over the last few years that are must watch? Like, for example, did you watch Fallout?
No.
Okay.
All right. So recent movies, obviously. Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine. Full stop.
You liked it? You liked it? Yeah.
Unbelievable. Great movie. Fan service done right. Well done. Well acted. I mean, the whole scene where Logan is talking to Wade Wilson in the minivan, and he is letting him have it, is one of the, that just shows you how good of an actor Hugh Jackman is.
Oh, he's great.
That scene is just awesome.
Yeah.
The scene where they go in and they're about ready to fight the all of the Deadpools, and Wolverine pulls his cowl over his face. I mean, I have goosebumps just thinking about it right now. It's such an that is an iconic scene. It's so good. It's so well done. It's comic book movies done right, and I mean, look, nobody cared about Captain America: Brave New World, or is that what it was called, a New World Order, whatever it was. It was
bad.
Nobody. I didn't see it. I don't even care.
Yeah. I mean, I like,
you have a Captain America movie without Captain America.
Yeah. I like his character as his character, not as Captain America. Like,
no. He's a good character. She's not Captain America.
That's the problem. Yeah, yeah,
Make a movie about him. I don't care, like they do with Black Widow.
yeah,
Don't,
yeah.
don't prop him up as Captain America. Do something
Yeah.
different. And I have a feeling, I didn't see it, but I have a feeling they did Red Hulk bad.
Some people, I have seen something. I haven't seen either, but I have seen some things that they said Red Hulk was actually done well, but I don't know that's the case.
I would like to see the Fantastic Four. I'm not thrilled about Ben Grimm's voice, but he looks great. I would have preferred who's the guy, John Krasinski. I would have preferred him as Reed Richards, but I'll see. It looks promising, really does. I'm still waiting to see if they bring Venom into the Marvel universe. I mean, I really like Tom Holland as Peter Parker / Spider-Man. I think he's a good balance between them. I think the last Spider-Man was one of the best. So I'm hoping Venom comes in very well. I'm excited to see the X-Men come into the Marvel universe eventually. Been waiting a long time. They're gonna have a hard time replacing Professor X. Patrick Stewart was so good as Professor X, and as much as I like McAvoy, he's not Patrick Stewart.
But he was good as a young, right?
He was good, but still not as good as Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart was spot on. They're going to be hard to, have Wolverine replaced. Oh, and I don't know. You've heard of this? I don't know when it's coming out, but apparently, what's the actor's name? The guy that played Aquaman.
Yeah. I know you're talking about Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
He is going to play Lobo apparently. Which I'm
Lobo,
very excited.
cool.
Yes,
Really?
very excited about Lobo. Let me see if I can bring him up. Lobo is kind of annoyed that I don't have a.
We can agree Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man, and bringing in the other two Spider-Mans into that last Spider-Man movie was great. That whole interaction was fantastic. That movie was one of the better ones in a long time. I also am a big fan of the Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse, and then the second one. They both were good.
Oh, here we go. This is what I should have had originally.
Lobo, there he is. Okay,
yeah, this is Lobo. He is definitely an anti. He originally started as a parody of like Wolverine and the Punisher type characters. Well, actually, he morphed into that. So, and he's got the long hair, big dude. Beat the snot out of Superman. He can't be be killed.
Because it's the DCU, right? It's how is Aquaman playing Lobo?
I don't know how they're going to deal with that. But yeah,
how are they going to deal with that?
I mean, I have a feeling this is a fan trailer. But I'm excited to see it. I mean, I think that I'm sure this is a fan.
I'm sure the sound is really great.
Yeah. I'm going to really have to figure that out. There has to be a way. Yeah, this is not a Lobo trailer.
No. I will tell you, though, you mentioned Fantastic Four. I just have to tell you, like, to me, the Fantastic Four characters are just boring.
Oh,
all of them are boring. They're just they're boring. So you know them from you probably know them from the comic book level, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So for me, I just know them from the movies, and they're all just boring. I mean, they're just boring. I don't know. Just to me, they are.
Well, the movies haven't done them justice. I mean, don't get me wrong. Johnny Storm, he did a good job as Johnny Storm. I mean,
you talking about what's his name? Chris
Evans.
Yeah, from the Captain America. He was good as Johnny. I agree. I do agree with that one. Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
I really can't wait to see what they do with Ben Grimm. I mean, it's clobbering time. I mean, just to see that done well, I'm excited.
Yeah, but the guy from what was it? The police Chicago police show that was clobbering time. That was
Field.
yeah, the Shield. Right. That was Chicago, right? Yeah. He just didn't fit. I didn't like him as it.
It was all right. This new one, he looks dead on. Like the guy.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm very excited to.
All right. So here's the all right. Last topic, Superman. So if anybody knows, Superman is my favorite character. Always has been. I know you don't like him because he's a Mary Sue of the male because there's there's nothing wrong, right? Yeah, I get it. But I've always loved Superman. So you had probably one of the best Supermans, Henry Cavill, right?
Excuse me.
Who? Christopher Reeves?
Christopher Reeves, the best.
Okay, all right. But Henry Cavill was one the best modern, right? As far as modern, right?
Out of all the modern ones, yes, I would put him as the best. And part of it is the fact that he loves the comics.
Yeah, he knows, right?
Yes.
But now they put out what was it? Christopher Nolan who put out.
Christopher Nolan did the one that Henry Cavill was in.
Okay, yeah.
It was the one is I can't think of his name. The one that did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, James Gunn.
James Gunn. Yes, there you go.
So James, sometimes I just need a reminder. James Gunn.
I just don't have a memory anymore.
No, sometimes I have a lot of memories. It's just a matter. Sometimes I need a trigger to remember some of these things. So James Gunn, they have a new Superman. He doesn't look terrible, right? But people were killing a lot of the other characters. And they were killing the suit. They were killing a lot of things about that movie. Like Green Lantern. Was it Green Lantern? That they were killing because he looked more like the character, right?
Well, hold on a minute.
All right. So tell me. I want to know your thoughts on that.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let's pull it up. Why don't we just pull it up? Because there's a lot to unpack with that one. There is definitely a lot to unpack on this one. Let's see. So it is definitely very comic book accurate. And when it comes to Green Lantern, you have to understand Green Lantern there's more than one Green Lantern. There's multiple. It's Green Lantern Corps.
Right.
So, yeah, and there was more than one Green Lantern that was assigned to Earth throughout the comics. Hal Jordan is just one of them. James Gunn. There was Hal Jordan, but there was also another one called Guy Gardner, and that's who this one is. And he does have that bowl haircut.
Yeah.
And he is definitely not the same as Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan is closer to Superman, reserved, smart. Guy Gardner is arrogant, aggressive. He is a headstrong character. I mean, I don't know him as well because I don't know the DC universe as well, but I do know he's one that stands toe to toe with Logan.
Right. Pause there. What about Superdog here? Like,
I don't care. I love it. I love it.
I mean, believe me, I love dogs. What's the story behind Superdog? Because I never heard it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know it. All I know is that it's cheesy.
Yes, I love it. I do too. I'm in your realm. I just didn't know the backstory behind it. Like,
and James Gunn does this kind of movie right. So you can do cheesy and be bad. You could do cheesy and be good.
Right.
He does it right.
Okay. Yep.
And sometimes you want that over the top, as long as it's done right.
Now that's a pretty accurate Lex Luger, right?
Luthor, not Luger.
Lex Luthor. Sorry. That's
it's the alcohol talking.
That's 8 bourbons in, right? So
I don't picture him as Lex Luthor. I do picture Lex Luthor as a little more built, a little more stronger. I don't picture him as Lex Luthor. I just don't.
So in other words, there was none in any of the movies that ever were accurate then.
No, as a matter of fact, that's why I always say DC does their animated much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah.
And their version of Lex Luthor, I really prefer.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate this version of Superman, and I don't hate the costume. I really that's him right there. Hold
There he
on.
is.
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, it was pixelated.
Hold
Man.
on.
Oh,
Hold on.
come on, it was pixelated. What happened there? Oh man, just what we want to.
There he is. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
can't really see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it better. Oh, this is terrible.
Try to increase the resolution or something. Is there a way to?
Why is that frame bad?
Because it's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Of course, that's Murphy's law, right?
Yeah. See, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's really good.
One frame. How do I go back one frame?
Yeah.
I got to learn this better too. Hold on a minute. Can I go back one frame? Oh, nope. Hold on.
You have to just pause it. Ah.
But damn it. I can do this.
Maybe go back. There it is.
There you
Okay.
go. All right,
There's the
good.
ball I like that, right?
All right. So in this frame, you could see Hawk Girl and you see
Yeah.
Guy Gardner.
Yep.
That's what Guy Gardner looks like. And that's what people didn't like was the fact that this is a comic book accurate representation of Guy Gardner.
All right.
Now, did you watch Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, the animated?
I didn't. I watched the Batman anime series, but I didn't watch Justice League.
All right. So if you watch Justice League, one of the things that I didn't like, I liked their character of Green Lantern. I liked him. The way they used his powers was bad because everything was like a green laser blast. They didn't have constructs like they should, which I'm hoping that they fix in this one. They actually, because they did that in the last movie, which may have been kind of hokey, but I want to see constructs, things built.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hawk Girl.
Yeah, there's Hawk Girl. Yep. I don't know. Every time I see Hawk Girl, I think of Clash of the Titans. I'm sorry, Flash Gordon.
Oh, Flash Gordon. Yes.
Sorry. Flash
Underrated movie.
There it is. There's Super Dog. It's great.
Oh yeah, and what is that guy's name? Titan. Is that what it is? Oh, Mr. Terrific. I can't remember. No, again, I'm not a fan of DC, but again, it's supposed to be comic book accurate.
Yeah.
I think this could be really well done.
July 11th.
Yeah. And hopefully it's in the drive-in, so I can see it in the drive-in.
Yeah, that's right by you, right?
Yes. I love the drive-in. I'm a sucker for it.
Do you go? How often do you go?
I think I went 3 times last year.
Yeah, it had to be the right movie, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I saw Wolverine and Deadpool.
Nice. Yeah.
I saw that. I saw a Quiet Place, and it's always a double feature too. So I saw a Quiet Place, the prequel for A Quiet Place. I think it wasn't into it. Didn't want to go. It was a girlfriend thing. And then I saw Twisters again. Not good. Don't recommend it.
Twisters. Oh, the new one.
Yeah.
The remake. Yeah.
And
I mean, you're remaking a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like Twister, when it came out, was not a good movie.
no,
Nobody went to go see it. So why are we making remaking a bad movie?
it was a great movie to make fun of, though.
Yes, it was. Almost like Tremors.
No, Tremors is not. How dare you say Tremors is a bad movie?
Tremors, yeah. I can't move on the ground, otherwise it's
No,
leave
that's
me.
a great movie. I think you need to rewatch that. That is an
Kevin
awesome
Bacon.
movie. Do not disparage. I watched it just recently, and it definitely holds up. I love that movie.
That's funny. That is funny.
Oh, not funny at all. I think you should rewatch it. It's great.
Oh, I've seen it many times. I have. I like it, but I just think it is the equivalent of Twitter. 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 You know.
No, not even close. So,
All right. So getting back,
a good bad movie to watch, and I will recommend this every single time.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
No. Oh, come on. Don't insult my movie watching like that.
All right. What's a good bad movie?
The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
Really? Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Let's take a look.
Highly recommend that one. Hold on. Let me pull this. Hold on a minute. Because this has to be said. Because it is that good. There we go. Across the Eighth Dimension. Now, when you look at this movie, and I know we're going a long time on this one. Look at this cast that's in this. Peter Weller, which you know who Peter Weller is, played RoboCop. John Lithgow, Jeff Goldblum, Christopher Lloyd.
Apartments.com. All right. Yeah. Christopher Lloyd. Yeah. Great Scott.
Hold on a minute. I know there's another one you're gonna.
You know, John Lithgow is going to play Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series.
Yeah, I heard, and I'm for that. Oh, Clancy Brown, which you might know from John Wick 4. He was also in.
Was he the reception at the hotel at?
No. He was the one that was. I can't remember the guy that was working for the table that was setting everything up. But he was also in Starship Troopers, and he was in Highlander.
Highlander. Okay. All right.
And there's another one you're going to recognize. You're going to say, this guy. This is the guy that played one of the teachers in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and the ghost that Patrick Swayze learned everything from the movie Ghost.
Oh yeah, with kind of a little bit droopy eyes.
Yes. He's one of those. He's one of those guys that you would say, I know him from somewhere, but you never know the guy's name.
Yeah.
But yeah, brilliant cast. Definite B movie, and one of my favorites. Has to be said.
Okay. All right. Well, I think on that note, let's end tonight at the Creek, or the Creek, right? We are we did 8. We'll do another 8 probably maybe next week or the week after. We'll try. I think I'm away next weekend, but in a couple of weeks we'll finish the next 8, and we'll go from there. So hopefully you'll have your sound set up.
I'll see if I can figure something out.
Yeah, please do, because I don't think I can do it on my end, but that'll be good if you can start playing some music, start playing some sound clips and things like that. So with that said, Jay, cheers. It was good having these 8 with you, and everybody, thanks so much. All right.
Clear?